Welcome to Walmart. All are welcome. All are welcome. How's everyone doing tonight? Why is the rum gone? I think that's everything, isn't it? Yeah, we're back with the Atari 2600 project. I am trying to remember how KiCad works since Autodesk was like, you will own nothing, especially not Eagle. The Eagle has not landed. Look at this. There's 3 unused bits on the Riot. They could have added 2 more joystick buttons. Why didn't they? Hello, Nevitz 0007. How's it going? So this is the control half. So I used the stones to destroy the stones. In Fusion, yeah, this guy. Ugh. Mm. I was hanging out with my buddy, so yeah. I was drinking some High Lifes. Might slow me down a little bit. It's not that one. Where's the one that I used? It's not that. Which one was it? This is the old reference. So I got this. I got the screen in, and I drew it up, which is this. Well, if the bodies are visible, there we go. Yeah, it's pretty compact. So it's a 3.5-inch diagonal screen, NTSC. And then I modeled the circuit board on the back of it. And I modeled the tallest components. So there's 2 inductors, the ribbon cable, ZIF connector, and the crystal. So I modeled those so I could see how they nestle with everything else. So if we go back here and turn that off and turn that off. Yeah, I think it's that one. Go into wireframe. Yeah. So you can see this part here. See these squares? Those are the 2 main chips. But if we move them down like 0.4 inches, it misses the inductors, and also the crystal is too far to the right, so that also misses the chips. See that? Actually, if we turn off the case, let's go shaded, turn off the case. Yeah, you can see how they miss. So the idea here was to get everything as close as possible while still missing. So we have the ZIF connector for the ribbon cable right here. This is the Riot chip, I believe. So yeah, the crystal misses it that way. So it's pretty aggressively packed. And then I have a mock-up of all that, which is this. So it's pretty compact. It's got like a little riser for the screen, but otherwise it's pretty much the same. I think I'd probably want to get the front circuit boards in before I did it for reals. But as you can see, we have a transparency printed up, which shows where the chips are in space, and also the buttons, because we wanted to make sure that was all lined up. But yes, this is how the circuit board would be aligned inside of it. See, I'm taking my time this time. Free raw fill, yeah. Yeah, YouTube defends losers, so fuck YouTube. You get that, YouTube? Fuck off. Let's see here. Yeah, there's the case, the riser, and then probably like the faux plastic brushed aluminum bezel right there. That's pretty much what it would look like. Put it into perspective mode. Oh, there you go. Much more realistic. Yeah, so what I was thinking about doing was rigging in the PCB a little bit more. I was, before my friend stopped over, I was searching for potentiometers, and I found this interesting one. Like, look at this thing. Oh, excuse me. It's like a potentiometer in a knob. Like, this could be cool for the potentiometer. I guess what to get the dimensions. It's 16 millimeters in diameter. So if we go back to the circuit board, it is this. Nope, not that. Yeah, I think on the Vagabond, this was roughly here, and then I cut out part of the joystick. Like, most of the joystick housing doesn't do anything, so you can actually cut part of it out. I'm not sure if that would work this time. I could always move the secondary joystick port to the right, or I could just not have the secondary joystick port, but I don't know, it's kind of cool to have it. Although this, well, yeah, because if this represents the knob isn't actually, well, it's smaller than that. Now let's see here. Oh, here we go. The panel cutout is, why do they have two different measurements for that? Is it notched? Oh, it is notched. See? See the notch? Yeah, so we could either mount that on the circuit board. Well, I guess, yeah, take up a different amount of space. Okay, so it's 10. It's 10 millimeters, but the notch is 8.1. Actually, that could benefit us because that would take up less space that way. What's the easiest way to draw that? 10 by 8.1. I mean, this knob is pretty cool. Yeah, I could draw it. Did I save this yet? Don't know if I did. So this, where do you switch to? Yeah, it's in here someplace. Gotta switch the units. Axial gyro pre-subnertia photo megatronic oscillator. Oh, I already played here. It's kind of big, but that's an oscillator that I could actually get from DigiKey. The selection wasn't that great, but this is a what is it? 3.9. It's well, whatever the NTSC color clock is. That's what this guy is. So that I can't remember exactly what it is. It's, well, here we go. Where's the? Oh, I closed the data sheet. It's like 3.575525 megahertz. It's the NTSC color burst. So that's actually used to drive the whole system. So that goes into the TIA here, and the TIA does a divide by 3, and then sends that clock to the CPU, which is the main CPU clock. And then the CPU sends its clock signal back out, actually to the TIA, as well as the Riot, so it can talk to its peripherals. So I started roughing in the buses here. So we have our pass through here. So most of this is data on this side with some addresses, and most of this is address. So on the back of the unit, it has the CPU and the cartridge connector. And we don't actually have to connect the whole bus. We have A0 through A7, and then we need A9 and A12. So we don't need A8, A11, and A10. So it saves a few lines there. Although we do have to pass down the difficulty switches, and we have to pass the clock down to the CPU, the clock out of the CPU, and the ready line, because the ready line is used by the TIA, so the graphics processor can pause the CPU until the line completes. What is it, bud? The latest news about the 8-bit guy? I don't know. Is there any news about the 8-bit guy? Nobody knows. Yeah, did I save this? Yeah, I got my 8-bit guy fan web page open in the other window. Yeah, let's see. This is the PN. This is the P16NP. So it's this one here. 15.5 millimeters plus that. So that would be 24.3 millimeters total, which is almost an inch. Yeah. Okay, so it's 10 by 8.1. Let's see if we can draw that out. All right, so let's go back over here. Actually, come on. No. Whoa, what the heck? Remember that time I said I was a KiCad expert? I lied. No, turned off the grid. That was a mistake. I noticed even if, oh shoot, you can sometimes get it to. No, I don't want to do that. Come on. Just move. Why are you doing that? Joel, why would anyone want to do this with Mitchell? I don't know, guys. I think that changed it, didn't it? Yeah, what was it? Well, shoot, where's the... Okay, how do you... Oh, there it is. All right, millimeters, great. Okay, so that was 16. Okay, so we take this, we change it to 8 radius. And then what was the hole? It was 10 by 8.1, right? So we want to get a circle. We want to do edge cuts, which means a hole in the circuit board. Okay. Now let's grab this. It was 10. Oh, let's do like 5 point. Let's do 5.2 just to be safe. But that's a 0, not 2. Okay, and then the slit was 8.1. All right, what's this set to? No, 0.1 millimeter? That doesn't seem right. Wait, this is... That's 10 millimeters, okay. So where is 0.1 millimeter? Oh, maybe we have to zoom in to actually see it. Yeah, we do, okay. Oh, come on. All right, right, so hit this. Oh no, it's on an arc. That means we would need a math, sir. Let's see. Negative 2.9. Okay, so what was it? It was 8.1. So let's call it 8.2. So it's 4.1. Negative 4.1. Because obviously we want a little bit of tolerance. It seems bigger than the drawing. I remember you being a lot bigger. To a 10-year-old, I'm huge. Nintendo PlayStation? Yeah, I was the one who got the first, or the first prototype that was found. I was able to get it working. That was like, shit, that was like 10 years ago now. What we call it, 8.2? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, shoot. These line segments work different than they did on the Eagle. But I think if I bring them to intersect, it should allow me to separate them. I think. Oh no, it moved it. That's not what you want out of a major household appliance. Ah, Poopenstein. What am I? Well, I mean, I guess I could just. Well, I don't know. I might need the space. Yes, I have worked on many, many, many things throughout the years. Then I'm like, it's time for hacking to end. And then I threw my soldering iron over a cliff. And then all of the fans hated it. They're like, not my Ben Heck. Yeah, how do you? Okay, does anyone know how to separate? Because we want to make this keyhole like this. See, so we got a 10 millimeter circle, and then we got an 8.1 millimeter shaft in the middle. So, because usually like this is more segmented. Like if you go over here, like this actually comes apart. Or I think you can change it. I can't remember. See how that happens? Like that doesn't happen in Eagle. So the thing is, unless I could make two different arcs, but I'm not exactly sure how to do that. Are there arcs? Well, that looks like an arc. Okay, well, how do I draw the arc? Can I go from there to there? Oh, I think I can do that. Okay, so if I do that, let's take this, get rid of that. See, I don't, half the time I'm just making shit up, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm just making shit up. But you were the great Jedi hacker. It's time for the Jedi hacks to end. Mm, 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 mm. I'm just making shit up. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just winging it. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, my friend dropped off a Sky Shark arcade machine, so it's in my garage now. But it was missing the circuit board for the monitor, so it's not working yet. But it will work eventually once we get that part installed. Sky Shark was great. Okay, looks like I figured it out. I just hacked it. I can fix it. Why is it going at that weird angle? I'm on circle, aren't I? Okay, whatever. Circle. We make it. What did we make it? 10. We made it 10.2, right? 10 point. 10.2. Oh, that's a radius. Duh. 5.1. Oh, I made it a little bit bigger than that. Yeah, it's probably on the safe side. Okay, so that's the keyhole and the knob. Do 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 do. Silkscreen? Okay, and this is edge cuts? Yeah, okay. I guess. Oh, right, that was from something else. Is there a way to combine lines in KiCad? Does anyone know? Do my job for me. Ugh. Yeah, last I knew, like, I think the guy from pets.com bought that PlayStation prototype in an auction, but then someone found another one, which is not a surprise. Seems like we've had this conversation like 10,000 times before. Oh shit. Oh no, I got caught with workplace violations. Oh, shut it. That's what you say when you get caught by OSHA. You say OSHA it. All right, that's my 000 reference. Well, I guess it's just 00 in this context. So if you take this dude and come on. Can I do that? Okay, I can. Let's see. Ding 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 ding. Tell KiCad to bite the pillow. Yes, obviously that'll work. What's this leftover? What? Oh shit! Where'd that get picked up from? I don't know. Mr. Burns, what is your first name? I don't know. Da, 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 da. I'm still learning KiCad. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. That's weird. Like sometimes you can get that center mark and sometimes you can't. No, it's not snapping again. It decided to stop snapping. Well, anyway, okay. So if I use that, so this would go. Yeah. I think if you put it right under the joystick, it would look kind of stupid. I think Ben's sister left the chat. She's like traveling at the moment. Why wouldn't I act like this in real life? What else would I act like? I'm disappointed. Okay, well, I'm gonna actually go back here. Back. There we go. So let's grab all this bullshit and copy it with the circle. Because I think that circle should still be there, right? Yeah, there it is. Okay, so let's see. Can we add a bomb site to this? I should have done that before. Okay, I'm going to do it up here just so we have the center reference. So it should, yeah, it should ping to the center. So let's go front soak screen. And I'm not exactly sure what net size is going to use. There we go. Happy little clouds. Happy little clouds. See, it does snap to lines. It just seems the context is not always the same. Oh yeah, see, we grabbed that little bit of trace on the controller there. There we go. So now we have this do-flinky flunky here in the middle. So we should, can we snap? There we go. Now we can snap it. All right, so we need a center snap point apparently to make that work. Let's grab this. Do 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 do. There we go. Can we move it with the keyboard? We cannot. Okay. So let's see, we got all this shit connected together. Straight down, straight down. Down, 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 down. Yeah, it looks like those things are grouped together, so we can't. So yeah, see, this is why I did the notch, because I wanted to see like if I can miss these traces. I think I can, but we'd also want to make sure that those traces are probably on the other side of the circuit board, so the nut doesn't touch them, because that nut has a certain amount of size. That nut has a large size, large CD's nuts. What, does this mouse not have a side-to-side mouse wheel? Ugh, what a rip. Why? What's it? What's it not? Oh, excuse me. It doesn't give us the nut diameter? Well, it looks at the nut diameters. Why doesn't it give us the nut diameter? It's pretty big. It's pretty much the whole size of the unit, like 16 millimeters. So it's probably like 14 millimeters. Ugh. Ugh, Evie. Get out of my way. Maybe don't even need the secondary joystick part. Well, I don't know. It seems like we should have it. Let's see. Is there a way to group this crap? Edit. Ugh. Oh, I can mirror it and rotate it. Well, great. Oh, group items. Okay. I did it. Yay. Can I set the... Okay, so if I click over here, I should be able to click anywhere here and get the whole thing. There we go. That's still not letting me set the XY position of the group, though. That's kind of lame. Transform from the norm by the nuclear goop. You are different from your brothers because you wish to face this enemy alone. I care for all my children, Raphael. What, so I just have to just eyeball this, I guess? Well, I suppose you want it to be between these 2 points, like between 2 ferns, like that. That's probably the best. So if we ungroup it, which is this, I think, okay. So we can get this, which should give us the position. So it's negative, actually let's switch back to inches. It's negative blah, 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 all that bullshit. Let's see, okay, we got to regroup, okay. We got to regroup. Okay, let's regroup that and see if we can click this to a nearest inch, integer. I'll be here all week, try the veal. There's one. Okay. So now if we ungroup, Remember the part where I said I was a KiCad expert? Yeah, me neither. This thing might kind of stick out a bit. So let's see. Yeah, this part. Oh, excuse me. So this part would rotate. This part would be inert. This is the nut. So this is actually where your meat goes. So I guess the question is like, would this? We'd probably attach this to the circuit board inside because otherwise it would stick up way too far. So that'd be 9.6 millimeters from the circuit board. So we go back over here. Let's see. Let's just grab something out of our butts here. Hold on to your butts. May I have that? No. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I guess we can just do something simple here. Excuse me. All right, so is it 16 millimeters? All right, so if that's how it sets against the PCB, so is it 9.6? Actually, that would probably be okay. What do you think about that? I mean, it'd be further down, but I think I could wake up next to that in the morning. Oh, easy. Oh, jeez. Oh, we did drink several High Lifes. That's probably the problem. Too many High Lifes. Oh, thread M10. Okay, yeah. So we could probably find like an M10 nut and just model it or just stick it in there. Yeah. Oh, easy. Yeah, this part would stick down a bit, but I think we'd have enough room for it. Yeah, what do you guys think? Like, I almost said Menards. DigiKey has. It looks like this is the only one that they have. There's only 48 of them, which is a little disconcerting, but I guess it would work because I was only gonna make like 10 of these. Oh crap! They cost a fortune. Oh, maybe not. Ouch! I didn't even see that earlier. Oh dear. Mm. Ouch. What's it made out of? RAM and gold and healthcare and houses? I don't know. The original port on the this is the original port on the Atari. So I know this works. Oh my god. How did I not see the price for that before? God. I don't think I can justify spending that much on a knob. Yeah, that's stupid money. I'm not yeah. That's like half the price of the screen. How about no? I'm Dr. Evil. Oh, jeez, what's wrong with me? Oh, that's right. I drank a bunch of beers with my friend. That's what's wrong with me. think if you have this like right, yeah, like right about like 9.8. Yes, I think that would be good. All right. Yeah, the boot box. Yeah, how did I do this on the Vagabond? I think it was the same thing, but I think it was right here. I think the Vagabond might have been slightly wider. So I know I think it was just, that was just a, well, wasn't this like piece of like freaking unobtainium here? I, oh, yes. I'm in the back rooms. Now here I am, sitting by myself, and I'm talking to myself, and that's the nature of chaos. Nobody could have predicted that Ellie would have just jumped out of the moving vehicle. Oh no, this is like, it's like whatchamacallit? Dave Jones. It's like, hey, let's go shopping for jelly bean components on DigiKey. Unbelievable. Potentiometer. It's the number one jelly bean part. I hate solar roadways. Whatever happened to Thunderfoot, the guy that hated Elon Musk before it was cool? Remember that guy? He also complained about solar roadways, didn't he? God, solar roadways is such a scam. That's a scam that works on politicians who don't know jack shit about anything. I mean, if I guess if they did, they wouldn't be politicians. Oh, sick burn. So they have these PCB mounts, but these would be way too high because the PCB on this, the PCB way, make like curds and get out of my way. See, there's not that much space. I mean, this might change a little bit, but probably not a whole lot. So if we get the, oh, come dumpster, come on. There we go. This to Poopenstein. Be my Poopenstein. 3.39 millimeters, which isn't much. So if we go back to this guy, well, whenever I'm searching for components, I want to know which component they have the most of. Unbelievable. I actually like Dave Jones. He's cool. He's super based. Let's see. Oh yeah, look at that body alone is 6.8 millimeters. What's this one? Oh, that's a side mount, so that wouldn't work. Yeah, I think we still would need a panel mount, but we would panel mount it to the PCB instead of the case. Let's see here. So let's go and search by. It's in here someplace. Oh, here we go. Panel mount. Okay, that means it's going to have a screw ring on it. Well, an original controller just has like a big fat greasy pot on it, which isn't going to be any different than one of these. And I think they in the code it's like a voltage divider that discharges through a capacitor, and they time how long it takes to go to zero, which seems like really janky. I think I used something like this on the Vagabond. Is this not linear? Man, that seems really high. Oh, that's kind of cool. It goes through and the pins come up for the front. But man, look at how big it is. Like, look at that. Like, you got 6.5 right there. Unless you put a spacer in it to actually move it artificially back, which I guess you could do. But then, yeah, you still have this. This part's really tall. If only I had a custom potentiometer. I know, you could make a rotary encoder. But that wouldn't work because it's analog. It's literally analog. Hello, CCC Games CEO. How's it going? Hello, Holder B. Man, that knob was expensive. Although it probably would have worked. It's like, yes, this product uses only the most premium knobs available. Now, how much would you pay? The answer is $17 for a knob. Different paddle controllers for the system? What do you mean by different paddle controllers? I thought they're all the same. Okay, is there one with a smaller actuator height? Actuator length. Oh, God, look how long this shit is. Like 8 millimeters is the shortest one. Let's one result. Oh boy. Oh no, we're bad. We're back where we started. Even now, you come back to me, young Skywalker. Oh, super chat from Taiwan Brown. A tycoon buys Radio Shack and hires the 8-Bit guy as a spokesperson. How would the first commercial go? When I was a child, in between noogies and swirlies in the bathroom, I enjoyed going to Radio Shack. I could go there and look at all the TRS-80 computers, which weren't as good as the VIC-20. But then I bought a VIC-20 at Radio Shack. Now, at the age of 65, I have become the spokesperson for the new Radio Shack, owned by Elon Musk, who I hate. So come on down to Radio Shack. Also, it's a gun store now. By Greb Thor's hammer, what a savings. Somehow Radio Shack returned. They had one specifically for driving and another one for the paddle games? Oh. Look, they even have a silver one. Is it NP for? Oh, okay, PN. So the white WM for white metal. Okay. I'm dreaming of some white metal just like the ones I used to know. Oh, look, Mauser has it, but you. Mauser? That company is in my favorite state, Texas. That's where I live. Access is temporarily restricted. What the hell? WTF? Wait, does DigiKey? No, DigiKey doesn't have any of these. What the hell, Mauser? We have the remaining stock of X16s. I'm going to build a custom computer and sell it for less than $100. Mr. Murray, do you not realize no custom computer has ever cost less than $100? Really? No, not even. Well, maybe like the Z80, but that thing was a POS. I'm gonna make it without an FPGA. Sir, that's just not gonna happen. What do you mean? I'm the 8-bit guy. I can do anything. Behold my power. Unlimited power. Tell me to go practice 3D modeling? Well, you could model a portable Atari like this. Look how sexy that is. Look at the cartridge. The cartridge is like half the unit. Wow, it's like a sex sandwich. So obviously you should design one of those. Why won't Mauser let me? Like, what the fart and fuck is wrong with Mauser? Oh, I bet it's because I went in through Google. For some reason, it doesn't like that. Psh, dumb. WM white metal. Oh my god! Oh, it's not even in stock. Taiwan Brown did another super chat for $2. Can you do his commercial about the new gun aisle? Hello, fellow electronics enthusiasts. You may remember Radio Shack from back in the day as being the best place to buy electronics. Well, what if you go to Radio Shack and not only buy electronics, but buy guns? Yes, guns. Everyone loves guns, especially me. I can go and buy a resistor, a diode, and a 38 special, all in one place. The new Radio Shack. Sponsored by the 8-bit guy. Radio Shack also stocks the Commander X16, only $598. Also, you have to assemble it yourself. Come on down. Well, this snob makes the one on DigiKey look cheap. Is somebody making a new Radio Shack? I don't get it. 15.5. Ben, stop looking at that paddle. It's evil. Well, technically, there would be room for it. Especially if you cut down the pins, because you probably don't need them to be that long. No, Taiwan Brown, that's not true, is it? No, that's not true. That's impossible. But it's a premium knob. No other controller has a knob like this. This could be the Land Rover of controllers. It would be really expensive and it would break. It's what everybody wants. Yeah. You know, I kind of like the $17 knob. I know it's going to make me sound like a loser, but Jesus, that's a lot of money, though. That's like the most expensive. Yeah, that would be the most expensive thing in the unit besides the screen. So the screw nut would go on the back. Look, it's at least worth a look. I know that makes me look like a giant mark. Doesn't make you look like a giant mark, Ben. Oh, okay, I feel better now. It means you are a giant mark. What? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say the Enterprise should be hauling garbage. What I meant to say was that the Enterprise should be hauled away as garbage. Who started the fight? They called the Enterprise a garbage scow. This controller has a premium knob. Oh, there's a $1,400 knob. Well, that one's probably twice as good, or well, 8 times as good. Shit, I still got to put the speakers someplace. What was it? What was the distance? 6.8 millimeters? Oh, God, yeah. This goddamn secondary joystick port. Like, maybe we don't need it? Although it's cool. It's like, oh, look, there's a secondary joystick port. Wow. This person really cares about their craft. Also, they used the $17 knob. See, I think if you wanted to make this thing look tits, let's bring this over here. Whoa, that's like, let's say you had this, right, and then ungroup. What was that? 16 millimeters. Oh, another super chat. Just give me a second. I'll read it out. The super chat probably says, "Do not buy a $17 knob." So this one, well, poop. That was like some 0.5, I call it 0.58. Just give me a second. 8. Okay, a $5 super chat from Fear Labs Audio. I gave up on Mouser and Digikey a long time ago for knobs. Love my switches, and Small Bear Electronics are awesome sources. Oh yeah, you would need the secondary joystick port for Indiana Jones. Yeah. Bud, are you being a sad mewer? Oh wait a minute. That's not the most recent circuit board. The most recent circuit board is, what is it? What is it, sewer mewer? Where you going? Meow meow meow. Do you want me to squish you? Bud's like, you know how many cans of food you could buy with $17? What is it, little cat? Are you a whiny wimp? Whiny wimp, whiny wimp. This cat is a whiny wimp, whiny wimp, whiny wimp. I guess I could like just slice away all the plastic. Wonder how much. No. I don't think you could slice away that much. Ugh. Yeah, Bud is Mew maxing. Bud, where are you, Bud? Come here. I got you. Are you Mew-maxing? Oh, Mew-maxer. Mew-maxer. Mew-max. Are you a Mew-maxer? Are you a Reddit cat? Oh, I hope not. Reddit cat, Reddit cat. You are an annoying cat. You are lame and you're dumb. Also, you would be communist. Reddit cat, Reddit cat. Oh no, Reddit cat! He's trying to seize the means of production. There he goes. Well, see, this is upside down. This joystick thing. If you go into the 3D view here, like this. So the joystick thing would be underneath, like this. So the only thing sticking out the top would be the pins. So these pins sticking out the top probably wouldn't get in the way of a speaker, but they would probably get in the way of the $1 million knob. It would also be nice to stick a headphone port on this someplace, maybe like over here. Also need a volume control. I don't want to use the two push buttons because then that requires a digital potentiometer circuit, which would just be one more chip to put in. And I'd have to find a place to put two volume buttons. I think I'd rather just have a volume knob. It's more old school. Hey, Tommy Tallarico had some banging tracks, or no, what would they say on Reddit? Fire tracks? I don't know if this would... How much of this could you cut away? I just get the feeling that it wouldn't fit. I mean, it might. Butter track. Let's look for after Ben ordered a $17 knob, I lost all respect for him. Whatever respect was left was gone. In an instant, gone. This whole place, everything, gone. Just gone. I was kept alive, loading the machines filled with Terminators. All right, let's max out at that. Let's not go smaller than 12. They're all square. No. Well, that looks like a ghetto ass speaker. Eight kilohertz. Well, that should be perfectly fine. Oh, excuse me. Oh yeah, we have to make sure it fits within, what was it, 6.8 millimeters height. Height seated max. Looks like most of them fit within that criteria. Oh, the oof sound effect. Did he even invent that sound? I thought that sound was like way older than Tommy Tallarico. So, Mr. Tallarico, what is your qualifications for making this console? Ah, Steve Tyler is my cousin. Oh, okay. And that helps the console. How? Oh yeah, LGR made a video like what 4 months after the event. I saw that on my feed and I'm like, wait a minute, what? Only just now? I don't know, I think this might be a winner chicken dinner. Ben versus LGR cage match. It would be like Star Trek, like, no, I won't fight him. You'll have to get your sick pleasures somewhere else. Who's that nut size again? I can't believe he's actually going to use that thing. What an idiot! Ugh. Ugh. Bud, do you like being squished? Yes, please squish me more. Oh yeah, he got a Stern Star Wars pinball machine. Like Stern gave it to him, I think, because he's an influencer. I like this one because it's 16 millimeters wide. It's almost the full height. It's like 5 millimeters, which means it has more oomph. And it's also the most. Oh, apparently I bought this before. Oh, is this what I used in the last game badge? It might have been. Oh, it probably means I still have some of these. That was only 16 millimeters in diameter? Actually, that's kind of small. That knob would be kind of small. This whole thing is like just smaller than it looks. $16 millimeters. Did I measure something wrong? I don't think so. Unless I did. No. Radius 8 millimeters. Yeah, okay. Ben, read us a bedtime data sheet. Sure. Let's see what we got here. The P16 is a revolutionary concept in panel-mounted potentiometers. This unique design consists of a knob driving and incorporating a very expensive cement potentiometer. Only the mounting hardware and terminals are situated on the back side of the panel, reducing to a minimum the required clearance and increasing to a maximum the amount of money you'll have to spend. Only an idiot would buy this. We have many styles available, only one of which is at DigiKey. And Mauser, well, fuck Mauser, their website won't even load. Now, how much would you pay? Da, 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 da. Oh, excuse me, I need to use the restroom. Bud, you think you are a good cat? You are lame! I'm gonna sell you to the circus! I'm gonna sell you to the circus!
scrawny wimps. You used to be a scrawny wimp. Now you are a mega boy. The biggest cat in the world. You are a super sphinx. A mega sphinx. Mega sphinx. Mega sphinx. You are a mega sphinx. Mega sphinx. Where are you gonna go now? You gonna go up there? Okay.
That's your new home. And there he goes. Hey, oh, you guys are making fun of my crappy chair. Yeah, I guess it's just all worn out. There's like actually these headphones have the same thing where it's like that, like there's like this thin faux. I don't even want to say leather. It's like just crap, and then it flakes off. Actually, there's a lot of my sectional has that same crap, and it's all crap. It's like, oh, this looks good until it doesn't. He was the perfect husband until he wasn't. Ah! The Lifetime channel presents Evil Husband. Oh my god, your husband is like the greatest husband ever. I know, and he's the greatest husband ever, but he had an evil secret. Oh no, my husband is not the greatest husband ever. He's a murderer. Ah! From Lifetime, the Man with a Knife channel, comes Perfect Husband. He was the perfect husband until he wasn't. Okay, whether or not I use that $1,000,000 knob, I still need to I still want these traces to be like not near it. You know, it looks like, oh yeah, these are like interlaced. So if I go that way. Right. All right, so if I get this here. Come on, connect. Retract. Yeah, no. Via makes me nervous. I'm like, oh, I can't handle the Via. Ah, the dragging on this is different. It's just not what I expected. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. Yeah, we need more space for the Vias. Let's see, so we go. There. That's less awful. Oh my god. The perfect husband won the pumpkin carving contest. Wow, he's really good with a knife. Yeah. I hope that doesn't pop up later on in the movie. You always said I was really good with a knife. No. Oh no, it's not aligned. Ah! Oh, okay. Oh, now the vertical spacing is not equidistant. Oh no. Good thing these signals are slow as shit. There we go. Yay, now everything misses the $1 million potentiometer. Ben Heck, wait, what do I do? I sell luxury knobs to afford a new chair. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. Wow, these traces are obviously beautiful. They are beautiful no matter what they say. Die. We've got to get this mark to there with room to spare. When in doubt, erase everything. That's the story of my life. I buy the knobs for $17 and sell them for $87. Oh, yeah. See, my knobs are going to be profitable in no time. Just got to have faith. I'm just trying to think of the best way to get over to that joystick of doom through my $1 million knob. Have you bought portables in the past that don't have stupidly expensive knobs in them? Yeah, I have. Well, you're in luck because now we have the premier knob. This knob is made out of space aged aluminum. The knob can withstand all the forces of nature. Oh no, that's not good. Okay, the knob can withstand all the forces of nature and cannot be destroyed by any weapon that we here possess. I will take the knob to Digikey, though I do not know where Minnesota is. I will help you grab your knob, Frodo Baggins. Gandalf, that sounds strangely sexual. That's because it is. Of course, the right one has to be over in Timbuktu land. What's the easiest way to get over there? Blah, 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 blah. I got all these lines here mucking up the joint. We don't want anything in the center because we might put a we might put a post there in the center, or maybe even a hole. Although we probably don't need a hole to go there. Oh yeah, this is. You know, we could do if we want to be really glib. Oh no, he's not going to do what I think he's going to do. He is. He's beginning to believe. Oh, excuse me. This is the greatest PCB layout ever. Not even the 8-bit guy could do this. Ugh, what's your problem? There's less distance. Brilliant. Now, how much would you pay? Yeah, red is the top and blue is the bottom. I mean, you can turn off the layers, but for right now, I'm just leaving everything on. A12 and A9. A9, does A9 go to the... Does TIA have an A9? I don't think it does. I guess if I touch it, it'll show me where it goes. Yeah, it does. Oh yeah, because the TIA is all in... it's all on the first page of memory. It's like, yeah, it's actually the first half of the first page of memory. So the TIA would just use A0 through A6. Yes. Am I right about that? Oh, I probably am. A6. Huh. Oh, A7 probably goes to it as part of the like one of the enable lines. Yeah. Oh yeah, it does. Pin 21, which I think is Let's see, pin 21. Yeah, that's one of the enable lines. Yeah, see how they have 4 different enable lines, although 2 of them are just set all the time. So A7, if A7 is if so the TIA, the video chip, is in the first 128 bytes of RAM, which so if you do like a page 0 access, it's much faster. That's why they put the RAM and the TIA in the first 256 bytes of addressable space, so it's faster. Because you don't need a 16-bit address, right, to get to it. So here, see, the arrow means active low. So if A12 is high, which means if the cartridge is selected, then the TIA is not being selected. And then if A7 is high, that means it also isn't being selected. So if A7 is low, that means you're addressing the first 128 bytes of the system memory, which would be where the TIA is. And the next 127 bytes, 128 bytes, would be if A7's high, and that would activate where the RAM is. So I think A7 is it over here? Yeah, so see how A7 is the CS1 enable, so there's no line in front of it. So if A7 is high, then this chip is selected. But see, all these have to be true. So if the cartridge is being selected, since the cartridge is in the top 4K, so if this is high, this will deselect the chip. So basically, you have to be not talking to the cartridge or not talking to the TIA. And if that's true, then you're talking to the Riot chip. So it's very simple addressing by just using the enable chips on these 2 chips. And then, so you basically have 3 devices. You have the cartridge of the TIA and the Riot. And then they just use the address lines and simple addressing to separate them out. So there probably would be a lot of shadow registers as well. V to place a VIA? So are you saying it's V for VIA Vendetta.com? Oh crap! I have to get these switches out of here too. Poop, 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 poop. It's probably best just to do all of this the same. Come on, there we go. Is there a key to just switch the layers? Let's see which one's higher. DR is higher, so I'm gonna get out of this. Okay, we need 5 volts. Get that from the top, maybe. I guess Bud didn't want to like hang out with us tonight. What a loser! I'm all out of buds. So lost without buds. What kind of portable is this? This is going to be an Atari 2600 portable that uses original chip hardware, but is as small as possible. You can see the circuits right there on the transparency. Long live Blu-ray. I don't know. I don't know if Blu-ray is going to live that long. Hashtag hot takes. Blah, 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 blah. Let's just scoot boogie through there. Never say that again. See, it fits perfectly. I got this new mouse because my old mouse was shitty, kind of like my chair. But I don't know. I'm just not used to it. Kind of like my chair. Oh, look at these crossing in the night. Of course they would. Why wouldn't they? Anything to piss me off. Stop people from 3D printing Blu-ray discs. Yeah. I'm still waiting for Louis Rossman to actually go black pill on that whole thing. He still thinks voting matters. It's so cute. Only now at the end, Jedi, do you understand? Dwight, you ignorant slut. Probably have to. This is the charger here, and this is the booster. So I'm probably going to need to put the power switch between this board and this board. Probably put. I'm thinking the power switch will go up here, and the video circuit will go here. I could probably put the pull-up resistors for the TIA right here. Excuse me, that'd be pretty simple. It's a good chunk of the Riot wire. This is the IRQ, which I don't think the CPU even has an IRQ. Color black and white. I gotta double check which way, if I want to lock that into color, which way the switch is, if it's open or close. Gosh, I've only ever had Wingstop once or twice. I wasn't terribly impressed with it, but Buffalo Wild Wings is also like a uh, it's a crapshoot. Like if you actually get anything good, Ah. Oh, wait, no, I'm trying to do tracks. Why won't it let me change the size? Oh, I'm thinking it's gonna be like $1 million switch. Oh, I had to type in inches manually to make that work. Ah! So be it, Jedi. Oh, you want your Jedi stick? I am unarmed. Yeah, that's probably not the way to do that. That changes the track size? Oh, that's when you're going off an existing one. All right, well, at least I know what that button does now. Yep, only the richest people can afford. You said you were going to make a portable for the masses. You were the chosen one. I hate you. They rant about one thing. The negotiations were short. Yes, this portable has been hardened against the radiation of space. Now, how much would you pay? The real question is, can you afford not to buy one? Ugh. guy from Tool? No. That was Trent Reznor, not Tool. Big difference. Oh, there's the audio pads. I could try to like make stereo. Like maybe like the headphone jack could have like two mixed channels. That might be kind of cool, although I would need two amplifiers to do that. I mean, but if I have this $1 million knob, I mean, all bets are off. Ben, with your $1 million knobs, you gonna buy a new chair? No. Probably put like the audio amp right there. Oh no, Resogun. Yeah, Tool had their album that had like a screen built into it, and they actually used mini USB in it, and that was like 10 years ago. And even then, it was refreshing to see someone use mini USB instead of micro USB because micro USB is Satan. Micro USB is like that chunk of rock at the end of Time Bandits. If you touch it, you will die. No, Mom, don't touch USB micro. It's evil. I am Sean Connery, and I am a fireman. Good day, sir. Oh, hello, Netherlands. Josh Tokulsma. How's it going? Yeah, USB C is a lot better, but it's ridiculous how much crap USB micro was used for. Oh, excuse me. Ugh. I made some more hamburgers for dinner using the leftover hamburgers that my sister brought me. So now all the hamburgers are gone, but it was good. I'll have to get that trigger out of there. So these pins, pin 20 and 20, they're the actual power pins. The other 5 volts you might see on those are the like the chip enable lines, like the CS1 or whatever. Yeah, there's a big Chrissy Crossy right there. DCEU Supergirl. Oh yeah, that movie didn't do well at all. It's like I don't know. It's like they didn't do any market research. It's like, what movie should we make? Oh, I don't know. What does James Gunn want? Who cares what the audience wants? And I will bring up the Super Chad remark. It's like, if they really want women to be interested in a superhero movie made by DC, bring Henry Cavill back. I just, yeah. I'm not like some sort of like, because if I was an expert on women, I probably would be, married at my age. But it's like, oh, women want to see women in something. Wrong. Have you ever met a woman in your life? Women hate women. It's like Al Bundy, like, don't try to understand women. Women understand women and they hate each other. Oh, let's see. So, oh man, that one's got to go on a long Star Trek. You guys are all out here on some sort of Star Trek. Like maybe I try to do a Chrissy Cross there or there even. What is that? That's what is that? 6, 7 nodes at Chrissy Cross. I think they're all address lines too, aren't they? Oh no, that one. Oh, that's the phase clock line. No, I can see. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, where did I get 7 from? Yeah, I guess I miscalculated. Let's see. So if these came out here, I might bump into that. Well, let's just. Okay, so this one had to go up, up. So we could. Okay, so we did this a little differently. We could do like that. Come back over here like that. Then we could come up here like that. Go out like that. So this is the part of circuit boards that's fun. I am the autistic reporter. The campers are dead. We're still looking. We're still looking for the campers. I found the campers. They're dead. Man, remember when the Onion was good? Everything is food. Like the Popeye movie? USB-C is great. The specifications are all over the place. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, because even the cables even like negotiate, right? Oh, this is kind of tricky. We gotta not hit this thing. Oh, that's gonna be a bit tight. That might be too tight. A little too rough. Your mouth may yet bring you much trouble, Miss O'Neill. I deliver a message. Shut it! That's gonna be close. Think we can do it? Maybe. Mostly. Mostly. They mostly come at night. Ben mostly streams at night. Mostly. I'm scared. That's a bad call, Ripley. Putting those signal traces under that board might be bad. I could probably put a big ground plane on the top to try to shield it. Yeah, pizza dude's got 30 seconds. Raphael, I have tried to help you channel your anger, but unlike your brothers, you choose to face this enemy alone. It does not matter that you lost a sigh. What matters is the art of ninja. God, what are those? Look at the data lines just hanging out over there for no reason. Ugh, and I gotta get those out of there. Oh god, what a mess. I should probably move the oscillator down, probably. Maybe, mostly. They mostly move the oscillators at night. Mostly. Where can I even go with that? Because these are blocked off here. Oh, I think I heard that story or that rumor Allen story. It makes sense. Yeah, I just want Toy Story. I just want it to end in the dump. I want to see all the toys all destroyed. That would be awesome. And all the kids would be like, "Wah!" And then they'd be like, all these like pissed off moms like emailing Disney like, well, I never. I can't believe you put all the toys in the dump, even though where else would a Toy Story end but in a dump? Ugh. 8-bit fry? Wait, really? 8-bit fry. That's kind of funny. Oh, that's not true, is it? That would be funny if it was true. Ugh. Ugh. Jesus. Mm. Oh God, that one. Yeesh. I think we'd kill to have the prices from 2020. That was before all the prices went crazy. There's actually deflation during 2020. Ugh. 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 Oh, I think I might wrap it up here pretty soon. I'm kind of tired, but got some progress done. So there will be a stream tomorrow. That'll be a standard controller build stream. So that'll be Monday night, probably around 8 p.m. A Walmart account to use a Vizio. Wait, you need it to do anything with the screen or like for the smart TV features? Or do you need it just to turn it on? The Vizio screen. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, because this boost regulator might use high frequencies, which could affect the data. So I'm a little concerned about that. I could maybe move it. That might work. Yeah, that could possibly work. Oh, yeah, because we put the power switch up here. Put the power switch up here, then we could make the break pretty easy. We just break it right there. So we come in, power switch there. This would go to ground, and then this would go to the 5-volt rail. Yeah, that might make it easier in the center here. I mean, we still have to watch out for this, but this would give us a lot of room to do our flip flop. Yeah, that might be the better way to go. God, a TV that requires a Walmart account. It's like, hey, let's make Wally come true. It's like, yeah, it's just ridiculous. It's like it's like let's make a corpo fascist dystopia. Blade Runner was a guide, not a warning. 1984 was a guide, not a warning. Yeah, I think if I have more space here, I could do a stitch loop and reverse it to go over here. That probably would be pretty easy to do. Yeah, I think a switch would, yeah, because the switch would be like right about here. I'm pretty sure a switch would fit there. It wouldn't be too difficult. It's got about the 5 volts around. Worst case, I could do like a 4-layer board, although I don't think this is really complicated enough to warrant that. Does the TIA not have an A6? Yeah, it must not. I don't think TIA has that many registers actually. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's only got. So what is that? 64. A0 to A3. That's 16. 32, 64. Yeah. So I doubt. I don't even think it has 64 registers. It probably has like over 32. Yeah. So then it would use. So these would actually be the registers within the TIA, and this would be. Yeah. So yeah, it would be. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's not 64 registers in there. There's probably, well, yeah, there must be over 32 though, because otherwise they wouldn't have used 6 address lines. So these address lines are used to just enable the chip, and these are actually used to enable the registers inside of it. Yeah, see, this one has an A6 because this one would need to go up to 128. So if you're in the RAM mode, you need to access 128 bytes of RAM. But you can't go over that, so that's why A7 is used as a chip select. And this one has registers as well. That's why you have the register select here. So you're either in the I/O clock timer mode or you're accessing the RAM. So that's what A9 does. But I guess the point is you don't need the full address bus on either one of these chips. The only thing that uses the full address bus is the cartridge. I just want to make sure I keep the video area as clean as possible, so there's no or minimal signal noise. A0. Oh no. See, that one's going way down there. Yeah, so I'd probably cut that one. Put it back in later. What I try to do when I do these is I try to make everything as straightforward as possible to start. And then if you have to go in and like stitch stuff together, go through different layers, like do that at the end. Yeah, so these these don't all go directly through there. Oh, geez, really yawny today. I'm like Yanni, but with yawns. Yes, I did just reference Yanni. That's it. Now we are leaving. Marines, we are leaving. What does this one connect to? Oh. Oh yeah, we were just talking about that. That doesn't actually have to connect to anything, so. Yeah, because we don't use A9 on the TIA. Wait, what do we use? We use A7 and A12, right? Yes, okay. Yeah, not quite. Poop. Oh, don't you know? Oh, yeah, I got my corn fritters and they won first prize at the state fair, but Mary Beth, she came over and she was like, darn golly, if those corn fritters aren't the most tastiest corn fritters that I ever did see. And I was like, well, I learned the recipe from my grandmama, and she told me everything about the corn fritters that she ever wanted to know. Well, then Mary Beth, she just decided, she tried to take my recipe. And I was like, I'm not going to have any of that. Don't you know? So yeah, be careful because I still got to come down here and hit the address lines here. So if I make too much of a mucky mess up here, actually, the best way to do it would probably be to do the stitching in here and come up from the bottom. Yeah, actually, that probably would make the most sense. Let's go to just the back. I notice it flips it automatically when you go to the back, which I guess seems cool on paper, but I don't know if it's that cool. Oh yeah, of course we have to go to the fucking moon with that one. What? Why don't you go to your home? Back on smelly Pirate Island. Alright, what else we got here? At the phase 0. Where does that go? No, that's not too far. Well, of course it's above the one that we just did, because why wouldn't it be? Yeah, we can probably stitch that one without losing too much sleep. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Come back to that later. These guys, we gotta come out here. Ah, Jesus Christ, no! Fuck a duck. And here, and here, and here. God, these traces are gonna look tiny on the real boards. It should be fine though. This stuff is slow as shit. Ah, I hate you. Yep, not quite. Yeah, the click and drag on this is still something I have to learn. Oh, God damn it. A disk that holds up to 1 terabyte? Wow, that could be used to not hold PlayStation 5 games. Yeah, see, those all cluster right there. We probably want to break this one and do a crossover later. So, oh, those seem to, well, except for that one there. The rest of these seem to flare out pretty consistently. World's ugliest trace. Oh, no, 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 no. Nope. Jordan Peele presents the Nope Trace. Whoa, what's that one? A6. Oh, that's right. We're mirrored now. We're in the mirror universe like Star Trek. I'm still upset that Autodesk was like, what is it? You will own nothing, Eagle, and you will like it. Eat the bugs. Hey, everybody. I'm Louis Rossman, and I refuse to connect the dots with well established conspiracies. Come on. Ugh. See, this part is literally straightforward, but I don't know if the next part will be. Those are probably a little too close. Well, I mean, I'm not going to order these PCBs until I test the bejesus out of everything. But the main thing is, I'm putting them just like the main bulk of the buses through, just kind of to see where everything is, because really it's like, whatever the main bulk of the buses are, that's what should get priority. So you move those as like a big highway, and then like the other like incidental traces like this one, you would do like later on. I mean, I'll just put it up here for now, even though it's clunky, just so you kind of know where it goes. So see, this kind of establishes, well, you can see like the little highways. Because the thing that's cool about PCB design, it's like typically you want to make it so like one half of the board is vertical and the other half is horizontal. And like the thing that's kind of cool is even if you're not trying to consciously do it, it just kind of happens organically, which is kind of interesting. Oh yeah, the A7 that needs to get broken out. A7 goes all the way up there. Let's see. So A7 was between that one and that one. So maybe what I should have done. Oh, come on. Come on, man. Yeah, I think these traces are too close, but I'll change that later. Yeah, this is probably closer than I would want to actually do it. And I think we could probably, yeah, then just take a long way around the barn, if we even do it that way. I mean, I'd like to make the path shorter if I can. So probably the best way to do this would be to stitch the vias using these angles here. So like via, and then crisscross that over to here. Yeah, which means, well, that would probably be done on the other layer on the R on the front. Yeah. But yeah, so far we really haven't done a whole lot there, so probably work. All right, I think I'm gonna call tonight. I'm feeling pretty tired. But yeah, thanks for everyone stopping by, and I guess we'll see you tomorrow night for another stream. $1 million